What's good, YouTube? We got some righteous game for you today, man. So today, I'm going to be doing a breakdown about the truth of day trading, and I'm going to pair it with a recap of two trades that I took yesterday to make a quick $450 in 15-20 minutes. Without further ado, we're going to get right into it. So we're going to start off with the breakdown, and we're also going to get into the truth of trading at the same time. So Wednesday was CPI, Consumer Price Index. Big news. If you know anything about the stock market, it always moves the stock market. Usually can see a decent move. Now, this isn't every time. And one thing you know about the market is nothing is every time, right? It's always something different. But you can usually expect to see some sort of movement, or you can expect to see more people active at least. So Wednesday we had that dropped around 8:30. Boom, we saw a huge move up, came all the way up from 410 to basically like 415 area. So I'm making my pre-market plan. Got my levels out. I noticed this level right here. We kind of rejected, ended up breaking higher, but came right back below it. So I noticed this 415.5 level right off rip. And then there was a few other levels I noticed, like we had this 413 level right there that we bounced off of. So which what I call a bounce, as you see, we hit it, went right up, right? So those are the type of things I look for when I'm making my levels, when I'm playing based off these levels. So intraday, market opens. I noticed we push up, kind of weaker. We hit this exact level. And then I noticed that we hit the level again and we just completely sell off. Now, I didn't take this trade because it was still early in the market. So I don't like to trade too early in the market, right? It was only the second candle. We had only been open for 5 minutes. So I didn't take this trade. So I'm usually like, let me wait and see what's going on. Sometimes I can trade the first candle or two, but it's always high risk because you haven't got that much information. As far as intraday goes, you got a little bit of pre-market information here, which you could have traded based off of. But me personally, I prefer to wait and just really see what's going on. So I noticed we pushed down. I'm not touching it yet. I'm just letting it rock out. Like, I'm gonna let it just keep pushing down. I don't know where it wants to stop. I'm not trying to call the bottom. I'm not trying to catch it at the very bottom. I'm just letting it do what it does. And then when I see, okay, I see buyers coming into play, then I'll get active. So as I see it coming down here, I started noticing buyers or around this area, and it was kind of like a pre-market area. We've seen a lot of action over here, and we had a big fall from here. So I noticed this. I'm looking at the two. I see buyers here, right? And I see we start slowing down when we get to this level. So I'm like, okay, we might have something here. Might have a little reversal. So as we push down, I'm staying patient. I don't enter on this candle because the candle was a little too heavy for me. There was just a lot of volume on it, and it dropped pretty heavily. So I'm like, nah, I'm not entering on this one. I'm gonna wait to the next one. I'm gonna see what's going on. So we go to this candle, and I noticed how low it was. I'll zoom in on this for you. So I see how slow the volume is on this candle, and I noticed buyers on it too. So I enter on this candle. Staying patient, letting the market do what it does, not forcing it. And I had a stop loss right below this level right here, 411.55. So I maybe been risking like $30, $40, something light. So I'm willing to risk that every time because I believe in my setup. So next candle, you can see what we did. We rocked straight out, pushed straight up, and I was in all the way till this candle where we started rejecting. I just went ahead and took my profits because I was like, I see the pattern. This could have just been a retest to come right back down and continue selling off, which it was. So that was my first trade. Caught it from here, straight up to about like the top of this candle, like 415.5. So about we hit 2 points for a nice $200 play, a little over $200, but quick and easy. That was like 13 minutes in the trade. Now my next trade, after I saw this push down, I'm like, okay, let me see what we're doing. I tried some more calls right in here. I took a really small loss. I think it was like $10 or $15 because I was like, I saw it's kind of bouncing. So I'm like, maybe this was a quick pullback. Let me try some more calls and see if we're still going to push up and break. We didn't. I took a small loss, like $10, $15. And then we have this candle where we just pushed all the way down. Now, my thought process here is we're coming back down to the level I was just present at. I just got in at this level. So I'm like, okay, if we push back down here again and start showing some strength, I'll get in some more calls. We don't really get all the way down here. So I'm like, nah, I can't take calls now. And we make this candle. After this candle, I'm for sure I'm not trying to go long anymore because we didn't get all the way down here to the area I wanted to be present at. Then we got low volume on this green candle. I'm like, I'm good. I'm not getting any calls for sure. And we have another red candle rejecting. And then we push up here and we start rejecting. And I notice, I'm like, hey, okay, 3 rejections right here off this 412.5 level. So we reject, push down, then we push back up into the level and I enter. Stop loss right above the level. I feel comfortable with it. I'm good with the risk. If I lose, I lose. It's what it is. So I enter on this candle and you can see what we did the next 2 candles. Drop, and we dropped all the way down here. And I was actually driving while in this trade. So this trade dropped like down here to like 411. I was a little over 100%, but I didn't sell. Like I said, I was driving. I just saw it getting bought up. So I got out a little earlier than maybe I would have liked, but it get like that sometimes. So I secure my profits for like $270. So all in all, it made out to like a $450 day, which is a lovely day. This trade was about 10 minutes as well. So all in all, it would maybe been like 20 minutes in both trades, give or take. So those were my 2 winning trades. And I had that small losing trade on this candle for like $10 or $15. So really light day, really early into the morning. I mean, this was about, an hour into the market and then I was done. So, I mean, you can't be mad at that, right? An hour into the market for $450. And I was only present in the market like 20 minutes. Now, I want to get into the truth about day trading. So when I mean the truth about day trading, I mean, you have to know what day trading really is, right? You have to know what trading is in general. You have to really understand it to appreciate it and know what you're doing. So to be good at something, you got to understand the game and accept the game for what it is. So the very first thing about trading is based on risk, right? Risk and reward. Now, some people say it's trading gambling. Well, isn't everything gambling? Say you pull up on a shorty to get her number. You're taking a gamble, right? A risk without knowing the outcome. Because you don't know if she's going to give you the number. You don't know what she's going to respond with. Maybe she says she has a boyfriend. Maybe she says she's not interested. Maybe she just gives you the number straight up, but you don't know until you go over there, spit your game, and then let the outcome be what the outcome is. So it's the exact same with trading. You see, you never know the outcome. And once you can be comfortable and accept the fact that you will never know the outcome in trading, that's when you can start to find more success. Because you don't control outcomes. All you can control is what you do, especially in the market. All you can control is where you buy and where you sell. You don't control whether it goes up or whether it goes down. You don't control whether it just stays sideways. You don't control what level it bounces off of. You don't control anything else but where you click that buy and where you click that sell. Once again, similar to if you went to shoot at a shorty, you want to go get her number. You have no control over if you're going to get the number or not, but you still got to go shoot for the number, right? Because you want the number. You just got to accept the fact that you could lose. And that's part of life. That's part of trading. That's part of shooting at girls. That's part of getting at jobs. It's part of everything in life. Losing, right? Not winning every single time. You're going to lose. And see, when you can accept that and accept the fact that you're not in control, then you open yourself up for success. Because now you're not focused on the outcome, right? And see, what that does is it makes you breathe confidence in yourself. And what I mean by that is, you see, if you don't know the outcome, you can't be sure of the outcome. The only thing you can be sure of is yourself. Then you have to make yourself so good that you can always be sure of yourself, right? You have to make yourself so good, make yourself understand the game so much that you always know what you will do. Because you don't know what she's going to say. You don't know what the market's going to present. You don't know if the candle's really going to go green or if it's going to go red. All you know is what you're going to do, right? All I know is I'm entering right here at this level. And if it goes below this level, I'm selling. That's all I know. All I know is if I see something I want, I see a shorty with that, and I'm pulling up on it. All I know is I'm pulling straight up to her. I'm trying to get her number. I don't know whether she's going to give it to me or not. But if she doesn't, I know I'm just peeling right off. That's all I know. All the other little details, you got to go find that out. It's all a risk. And that's the truth about trading, right? It's all based on risk. And you see what most people have trouble with is accepting the risk because everybody wants to control outcomes in life. But once you realize you can't control outcomes and all you can control is yourself, well, that makes you have to make yourself better, right? See, the reason people want to control outcomes is because they don't want to have to go through the hard work and improve, right? See, in trading, you may want to control the outcome. You may get attached to an outcome, right? You may get attached to a trade. I've done it plenty of times. I've been through it. And you see, the reason I used to get attached to trades, the reason I used to get attached to outcomes is solely based on fear, right? Fear of not wanting to lose, right? Like fear of not wanting to be wrong. It's the same thing when a guy hesitates to go pull up on a woman that he sees and clearly is attracted to and really wants her number, but he's scared to go do it. What's there to be scared of? An outcome? How can you be scared of an outcome when you don't know what the outcome is, right? But you say you don't want to lose. Did you really lose though? Like, what'd you lose? And that's what I learned about trading. It's like, maybe you lose a trade, but I mean, winning every trade is never the goal. You said you wanted to be profitable in trading. You never said you wanted to win every trade. If you want to win every trade, you come to the wrong place because it's not going to happen. But if you want to be profitable, well, then all you got to do is accept that you don't control the outcome, right? And make yourself understand the game, appreciate the game, love the game, and play the game right. Do what you can. Sometimes you're going to pull up on her and say the wrong thing, right? Sometimes you might rub her the wrong way. Sometimes you might take the trade and be at the wrong spot. Sometimes it's just bad timing. Sometimes you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. You get like that. Everything's not always going to be perfect, right? But the moral of the story is stop trying to control outcomes and control what you can control, which is yourself. And watch the difference in your trading, watch the difference in your life. I've seen it. I'm doing it. I've done it, right? And that's going to wrap up the video for today, man. I just wanted to bring y'all the truth about day trading, what trading really is, right? All trading is buyers, sellers, and risk, right? So you're trading with other people. You never know what other people are going to do. That's why you don't ever know the outcome. That's why you can never pinpoint an outcome. Now, based on your setup and your knowledge, you may lean towards an outcome, right? You may say, I think this outcome's more probable. Just like if you go holler at a shorty, she already gave you the eye. Yeah, she know you looking at her. She know you want her. She wants you too. Now it may be more probable that you can get her number, but you still don't know until you go grab it, right? That's going to wrap up the video, man. Moral of the video, stop worrying about the outcomes and control yourself and stop living in fear and watch your trading go to the next level. That's the righteous game for the day, man. Without further ado, I'm out. Peace.